All right, so I'm hanging out with Cujo and Nick and Rachel and all that jazz.
Sit a little closer.
And at some point we're doing something, and Rachel like fail bombs it totally. She just messes it up, like the hose falls out of the hookah or whatever it is she does and messes it up. And then
That's what happens.
Cujo looks at her and goes, as Chris would say, "Do better, mo better." And I looked at him and I was like, that was my saying.
I've actually almost never said do better, mo better.
And the funny part is they were like, I've never heard you say that. I was like, what? What?
Has it just become a thing where, like, people recognize my strange phrases?
Maybe that's a thing. I don't. What is this?
I wonder. Oh no, I don't think.
Are these the other 3 people that didn't make it when you did?
It might be. I don't think so though, because remember that second room we went in and we looked at the computer and I was like, "This is where they start calling humans products."
Ah, right. And that name over there is Jane Doe. So
yeah, I think these are different names. I was really hoping they would be the same ones though.
I'm pretty sure there was nobody named Jane Doe in the other one.
Also, another fun tidbit is this room. I don't believe it was iced over in the alpha.
Huh.
But we have to turn on the furnace, or maybe it was, and all you have to do is turn on the furnace. The combustion of bodies at high temperature is facilitated by this open furnace unit. Can I not? What are you doing?
I'm not really sure. Looking through a peephole? I don't know. Pull out a key or something. The hand, maybe?
Maybe I have to put in this wet, dirty...
I think that'll just break it.
Okay. Or not.
My favorite text for QuickTime events is, I can't use that here.
Oh, that explains why I have that toe tag.
Ah, it's so bright. Oh. Or hot. I guess it was hot. Yes, that would make a lot of sense. Okay.
Did I lose the toe tag?
I don't... Why did you click on a thing? He keeps looking... Okay.
Is that it?
Alright, no, you're good. But don't do that again. Because it's just
gonna work.
Well, fine. Just give me some sass. Jeez.
This isn't gonna work. What are you doing?
Jeez, guy. You don't know what you're doing.
You don't know what you're doing to me, guy.
What was the phrase that you... This isn't going to... No. What were you saying before this?
What?
You were like, there's a phrase that characters say when things aren't... You know what? It's fine. It's fine.
We'll probably better.
We'll move on. We'll move.
That was it. Yeah, when you use items in point and click adventures, and the writers will come up with dialogue for the game, like that makes sense. Like for instance, that'll probably break it. In other words, if I try to throw this wet towel on this frozen thing, something bad is going to happen. Like the dialogue makes sense there. But my favorite are the responses of, that doesn't do anything, or that's not gonna work here. When it was just like clearly like didn't even care. Like the character just sits talking to themselves out loud going, that's not gonna work.
Where there's basically no way to suspend disbelief anymore. It's just like, you're sort of breaking the fourth wall without saying anything.
Yep. So and that made me think of the way they should have made the Deadpool game. Instead of it being an action game, it should have been a point and click adventure.
That would be a very weird take on a Deadpool-focused game, but yet that would probably be one of the most hilarious ways you could do it.
I think the object is to go from adventure or like area to area, and every time you get into combat, it's just a sequence where he kills everybody because that's what he would do. Because he can't die, so he would win or run away. And then after that, then you go back to the adventure. So the combat is simulated. Or not, the combat is automated while you do everything else.
You know, I would actually...
Weird take on a game.
Dude, that'd be a super weird take on a game, but at the same time, I think I would appreciate that because...
Tram looks dark. It's got no power.
Take a look around. There must be a way to get it up and running.
Okay. Alright, I'll see what I can find.
Okay. But anyway, I feel like I would appreciate that because... there are a lot of games where you play as basically immortal heroes or characters, because Deadpool
God of War.
barely a hero. Yeah, and like I even had this conversation with Cujo during our Devil May Cry playthrough, because Dante technically can't die unless he's slain by a demon blade or claw or weapon, like Yamato, his brother's sword is one of the few things that could actually kill him.
Yeah.
And we talked about that because, it sort of invalidates the rest of the game where you shouldn't actually be able to lose.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So scenarios like that where maybe if the action sequences are all just cutscenes like that or cinematics, it funny enough would kind of answer that question.
That's bad too, because it's like you can look at things like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and be like, oh, who are you playing? Well, I'm playing Dark Phoenix. Well, technically you should just win this. Like, there's nothing that should actually be able to beat you here. But of course it's a fighting game, so things have to be somewhat even, right? And you could look at them and be like, that makes perfect sense. But you turn around and you look at Devil May Cry, where it's in its own genre, it's in its own setting, and you're only playing one type of character. There is no reason to have that inconsistency of power level, I guess. Mm-hmm, it's like, I just, at that point, now that you pointed that out, every time I play DMC, I'm just gonna feel like a bully.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
Like, this guy, poor guy, never stood a chance. Literally.
To be fair, most of the people that you're fighting in DMC are just like...
Oh, they're terrible, usually. Occasionally you'll fight a human that shoots rocket launchers and guns at you, and you're like, why am I in this fight? Why are they not dead yet? I cut them. I shot them with a bullet. They should be dead.
Yeah.
They are not supernatural.
Well, Devil May Cry in particular, and this is actually one of the reasons why I didn't have as many issues with Devil May Cry 4 as I expected I would. But the game sets the precedence that it's going to be just over the top and just like ridiculously action packed, and they're going to be breaking bounds of physics left and right. And so, with that precedence, suddenly things that I would gripe about in other games suddenly become laughable and part of the humor of the game almost. But this game, I'm just more of lost in space, so... Well, maybe we should pause while I figure out this last thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, okay, we have this wet, dirty towel. Don't know what the hell to use that for.
I think that would break. No. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know what we would use that rag for. I don't think that was in the alpha either.
No.
I'm getting rightfully stumped.
But it may break.
You think maybe we have to dip the towel in the toilet?
Yeah, maybe.
I remember in the alpha,
I don't think that'll work.
Alright then. Wear it. Wear it. You're gonna be a pretty princess and you're gonna like it. What is this for? What? 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 What?
We wanted to do that. What?
But we tried like 10 times. Okay, well, that must have been the answer. In between the last time we paused and now...
a lot happened.
Oh, a lot of time has passed and a lot has happened. And I swear to you, we tried putting the wet, dirty rag on the door multiple times.
I think that'll just break it.
And nothing happened. Now, perhaps the game bugged out and we actually reset the game because...
Oh, you didn't move. Now you're burning to death, I think. Yep.
Ooh. Oh.
Nice. That's fun.
I like that you get an achievement for dying. Okay,
Yeah,
so
a lot of things happen.
Yeah, I don't know if it bugged out or... Oh, it started us all the way back down here. That's dumb. So it might have bugged out. I'm not sure, but you know what? We figured it out, and Well, I've learned that playing games before they've been released is tough because there's no such thing as a walkthrough. But now I can definitely say that cryo room was the morgue, the where they burn the bodies.
Oh yeah.
That room definitely was not frozen over in the alpha, so that's something new.
Absolutely. So we read into the things that we missed out on before because we were just talking as we were going through the text. Previous scene, he's with his wife and his daughter, or son or whatever it was, son, daughter, and on that body that we just passed, that guy used to work at one of the locations in this building that we're in. And he said that one day they awoken one of the products, which was a female, and up until that point he said all of them are stragglers or criminals. It doesn't matter what happens to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're basically criminal scum that deserves to be killed anyway. So.
Yep. And so he says straight up, he's like, yeah, and then we awakened her, and she had no idea what was going on, and said that she was on vacation. And then later, I had to awaken a little girl. And then so you're like, oh no, what happened to the family? What? Oh.
There we go.
Oh god.
You have the stench of burnt flesh.
Oh my. That'd be funny if he threw up again, and it's just all about like you throwing up.
So, this is what we needed. We needed a crowbar that's been lodged in this guy's head. This is what we've been struggling with this whole time. But now we got it.
Your family. We need you.
Yeah.
And now we can use this crowbar for one more very specific task, and then we can be on our merry way.
Merry way into the next video.
Oh,
episode.
dang, it's already time.
All right. Well,
It's 10 minutes for you, but it was 40 minutes for us.
we're going to listen to this. Yeah, right. My, how time passes. We're going to enjoy this dialogue and this wonderful elevator music. I feel like this elevator ride is longer than normal. And I'll see you in the archives.
Alright, see you guys. I'm actually worried that that we ended up clicking the rag on John instead of the door. And then that's why I was like, this is just gonna break it. Like, that's what I want! I wanna break the door!